We want to ask, what's your opinion on how what you think it's well, let me rephrase and say, what do you think is its impact in a professional context? Because when we look up to the next level, which is MDC, there is still a bit of that.
Yeah.
But there's less of it when you get to the PSL level, right? And less more if you go abroad in Europe, World Cup, there's less of that, right? Do you think that has any place in our game? Because we define South African football, Ekasi as that particular thing, whether there's a showboater, there's skill and stuff like that. What do you think that gives us as South Africans? Do you think that has a place in our sport?
I don't think it does. I don't think it does. Because, like you're saying, in the PSL, you'll never see that, right? You only see it go Dikasi tournament, your MDC a bit of there, and those games are not like televised all the time. Well, your MDC is, but when it comes to the professional setting, it's not. And I think that is where we are losing, I don't know, the culture of South African football. So I don't think it has a place, but also somebody was saying to me, go Brazil, they have Ganaging. Yes, you know, and then in South Africa we have our very own, but yet we are told that you cannot play in a professional setting and do all that. But also I think, you know, I was watching the DSTV Ekasi Champ of Champs, you know, I was watching like the whole games of the team called Mambas. There is a guy from there who's just been he's really good, but also I think it's beautiful if you are, you know, progressively showboating, you know, moving with the ball, going to score the goals. But if you're not, then what's the whole point for entertainment? Because football is all about scoring goals. So
is it though? Like, is there no place at all for entertainment in the way that it is carried out, Ekas, like we saw, because this was a big debate on social media, you know, and there's a side which is for like leave our game alone, like this is what we do and that's it. Then the other side where someone was as outlandish as saying like I hate that, you know. Yeah. So is there no place at all for the showboating the way that we do it?
I don't think there is, man. I don't know, because you're given a red card, you're giving a yellow card for that, right? It's time wasting. So I don't think there is like time for that, or I think that's controversial
though, giving someone a yellow card when they're actually utilizing the ball they're not delaying a throw in or a free kick, they're actually in play. So I think that's a bit controversial.
So I don't think that honestly there is space, although we would love to see it like in the professional setting, but I don't think there is space for that.
So you know what my thinking is, right? So I'm on both sides of that argument, and this is how I'm on both sides.
Do you love it?
Do I love seeing guys send other guys to the shops? Absolutely.
No, but Temazone does it as well, you know, like here and there, but he's moving with the ball. I guess that's where like the debate is.
Yes, if Temazone is putting people on the ground like and having the Bashisharizo, they face on the ground more often, it'd be even more entertaining. So my thoughts are this: we must decide what we want to do, right? If we want to be entertained and in the way like you see it as, then let it be just that, and let's not look at that pool of that kind of play and try to determine we want to pick from these players to go to the professional ranks. Even the players themselves, if you want to play like that where you're entertaining the crowd that is coming out for these tournaments, so be it, you know. You are like a futsal player, or you are like those the guys like Red Bull with the skills, and we know for a fact none of those guys are gonna be playing at the very top of the game.
But you know, I think that's where now the issue might be, because I managed to like talk to a few of them. I'm like, but guys, do you want to play in the PSL? They're saying yes, we would like to play professional football. But also you're looking at how they play, you know, too much of the scuzzy flavor. I don't know if it in some way, you know, like disqualifies them to sign with the professional team or not. But the guy who was showboating a lot, I think his name is Blackberry, yes, got signed with the Clear Africa team. So maybe there is sort of like space, but also you are very limited to do that when you're in a professional setting.
So a guy like that, where do you see him going? Do you see, because if you're scouting him and you're signing him to a professional team, this is based on what you've seen him do, you know. And if a majority or a big part of what you see him do is the tricks that do not progress the play or do not lead to winning football, What do you think? What is the ceiling for a guy like that? Like, do you see someone who's played like that up to this point suddenly get to the professional ranks and change up their whole game, considering how old he might be as well? I'm not sure how old he is, but
I think he's like 25, 27.
Considering his age as well, do you see him completely flipping his game and making a success of himself, like at the very top level?
Yeah, I mean, you have no choice but to adapt to, you know, if you in Rome, you have to do what the Romans do. So if you're in Rome, sorry.